Amazingly, I'm still inside the pre-roll window. Oh, just kidding. I guess there's gonna be ads again. Because I had to restart, mix it up. Well. Just gonna sit here for 5 or so minutes, I suppose. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for bearing with me in these trying times. I do kind of strongly believe the power will go out again. But we're gonna try and hang out as best we can while the yeah, I'll eat a burger. While the power holds. Yippee woo. Jesus Christ. That was loud as hell. Just a light snack for you, huh? What? Oh man, you're not the only one who went skateboarding and got injured. Not me, but this is just very wet. This thing that's happening. If you want soda, you can just buy soda, you know. Yeah, it's like a fridge raid. Yeah. To be careful out there, you guys. That one's silly. Oh, that's an interesting one. Also an interesting one. Let's see, can we... Visually, that one's not very distinct, except for all the snot drooping at the bottom. Oops. Oh, perfect. Lettuce bun. Yeah, I can respect that. That's a good ass burger, Goom. I appreciate that one. Lost track of my cheeses. Minutes is so fucking long, you guys. You forgot the meat. God, help. A lot of cheese. Ah. That was 5 minutes. Thumbs up. Bum. Pretty good. Well, we've made it 5 minutes without losing power. So that's pretty significant, I would say. I realize now why it felt like I had finished this day and then I did not. And it is because the power went out. So we're gonna see if we can get through the day this time. That would be super exciting and cool. But we'll see if that happens. Time loops. This guy again. I wish I remembered what thing this guy wanted. Because it's not these. I don't even know why I started at the beginning again. I know it's not any of these. No. No, no, no. 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 Hey Zen. How you doing? Physical strength, siren call, spell melancholy. Okay. Not that. Hello, hello. Welcome. Resonant objects. Moonheart. Craving the video games. I hope Next Best is treating you well. I didn't read that. Oh, it's a shield charm. No. He's wanting a warning. A warning? No, okay. This one. That's what he wants. Which is here. You know, someone on the, or several people on the discussion page for this. Oh, sorry, I have to sneeze. Phew. People were complaining that you like present an item to the people asking for things, and then instead of it going away forever, you get to keep it. And I don't like, I get what they're they're saying, because they're like, why would you have double of these items? But what would you do if you worked all of that way to, into like identifying and filling out your library, and then like you have nothing to show for it because they always disappear? That'd be so sad. Anyway, kind of not into Next Fest these days. Try to focus on games that are actually out, to try to be less artificially amped up forever. That's fair. Yeah, I don't think I'm that interested in, like, going through and, like, doing, like, coverage for the various demos that are out, but I am enjoying, like, browsing through Next Fest and being like, oh, that demo looks fun, that demo looks fun. If I get to it before Next Fest ends, that'll be cool. If I don't, that's okay. Like, it was a cool enough experience, in the same way that, like, going to the store is fun, to just, like, see what's up, see what people are up to. It's also really cool to see, like, people I've been following on social media, like, launching a demo and being able to be like, wow, you've been working on this for like 3 years. That's so cool. Yeah. Sounded like I was eaten by a big straw. Just the... And then the straw got me, and I am reborn now. Hello, I am one day. For Next Fest a year is so much, though. It is. It truly is. I'm still, like, reeling from, like, summer Next Fest. I, like, kinda can't believe it's already Next Fest again. I get what you mean. Also because I've been doing my own Next Fests every month. I look through a shit ton of games, and I'm like, okay, here's a theme for the month. Except for this month. But, you know what I mean. I've been doing them every month. So yeah. Just interesting to see what other people are doing with Next Fest, I think. Also, thank you for the approval, Goom. Was that because I did not sneeze into the microphone? Oh, yeah. I know this guy. This is the guy that you use to prep a weapon against a basilisk. I don't think I have the page for it yet. I don't remember what it's called, but I do know this guy. Ooh, that's true. The rider was lucky. He made it back to Backbarrow and found refuge there and was nursed back to health. He would later discover his left eye was permanently blackened like his partner's eyes had been. Hey. Hey, go down. Okay. Bit finicky, I would say. But that's fine. To my left, the day. To my right, the night. Pretty sure that was the catacombs. This guy. Nobody else has the sun and the moon. Yeah, great. Day left, night right. Yeah. What did I get? This one. It jingles. I forget why. Oh, I remember this guy, but I don't remember why. What it's used for. Oh, hello, Mr. Postman. Been hearing a worrying rumor about Verona Green. They're saying she drowned in the lake. I hope for all our sakes they're wrong. Oh yeah. In his burial chamber. An ancestor of mine. The hollow shields. This guy. And then they're gonna be like, wait, I need a thing. By a spirit called the Wandering Shroud. Okay, so the Wandering Shroud is what's contained inside of a shadow. Vessel, shadow hold. Right? No. No. Not this one. It's the other one. What was it? Some kind of vessel. This one. Spirit Vault, also known as a fetid chamber. Okay. So I need the fetid chamber. This one. Great. Oh no. The Wandering Shroud is empty. The Spirit Vault is empty. I've written to Burn Butter. He will know where to find a Wandering Shroud. Okay, cool. I'll put that to the side for now. Oh my god! Hello. I've done something quite stupid. I went exploring in Heathwood and came across a grave. It was overgrown with dark brambles, so I started to clear them to get a better look at the inscription. I wasn't as careful as I should have been. The thorns were thick and menacing. I scratched my arm on one of them. I have not felt well since. Please help me. Curse. Black heart. Skin is pale, veins stand out darkly on the body. Okay, I'm gonna assume that's what it is. I know I have something that's a remedy for Blackheart, but I forget. Oh, lamp siphon. Easy. There it is. Hello, 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 hello. This is my second run through. I'm trying to get a different ending. So do proceed with caution, Vio, but it's good to see you. Hello, Thaddeus. I'm the curator of the Museum of History here in Undermere. Eli and I have a complicated relationship, don't all siblings. I don't tend to come by the shop much anymore, but I heard he had left town for a few days. I wanted to bring him this, but I knew he'd only turn me away without even looking at it. Don't mind spoilers. Okay. Well, I'm happy to have you here. You can. Petting kitties is allowed. Let me just see if I can remember this guy. Do I remember this guy? What's this? The thermic needle. No, I already identified the thermic needle. Okay. Then I don't remember who that guy is. Okay, anyway. There's an achievement for petting the kitties 30 times. And I got it very early. Because how could you not enjoy this? Yippee. Man. This guy's important because it's got gold for the sun. Jade for the earth. Man, who is that guy? It's not that. It's not that. No. I don't remember that. But it's not that. I've already identified all of these. Unless it's this. Guardian Siren. Guardian Siren. Yes, I think that is what it is. Because it resembles the thermic needle, which is this guy, right? Do I have thermic needles? I do not. The weight of these tall items decreases when heated. I thought I tested this already. Oh, maybe I did. Oops. One is heavier than one, and then when you heat it, it should be lighter. Yeah, okay. That's a thermic needle. I wish I remembered what this guy is called. It's fine. Hey, Simone. Right. Yes, give me this reference. I like the leaping bit. Yeah! 3 resonant objects. Lightest first, heaviest last. Just any resonant objects. Okay. That's lighter than that, and then pick something heavier than that. Those are the same weight. Heavier. About the same. Heavier. Like barely. Lead heart will do. That'll do. No. Resonant objects. But they all have thermic resonance, don't they? Do they? I didn't think to check, because why wouldn't they? I don't know why that didn't work. Lightest. Is it just the lightest one? Probably a Daedalus. Link is lighter than that. something heavier than... Let's see. I'm not really interested in weighing everything. I'm pretty sure 3 resonant objects. Light is first, heavy is last. Okay. Maybe the diverging hook is not the best exemplar. Then what is good here? They're all kind of the same to me. Okay, we'll figure that out later. Hello, Dr. Robinson. Why would she try and swim across the lake? Oh, she wants the atomic needle. I just identified that guy. Hey. Strength and power above all else. Morgan's Folly is hypnosis. I mean, that would work. They're right. Which one did I give her last time? That's the question. I want to make sure I do all of the opposite choices. Did I give their Fortinance last time? Should I give her the Fortinance? Yes, because Morgan's Folly took forever to identify. Let's go Morgan's Folly this time. Okay. Pabelia resembles a Mendic field pattern. Oh, right, this is the Pabelia. This is the pit, right? I think. So it's got bone, clay, and gold. Pretty sure that's right. The jingling. Do I have the jingler? I know what that one is. I know what that one is. That one. Hand of Jupiter. It has that spiral on it. Oh! Is this the Loam? The ring? I think that's right. Because it didn't end up being about the hand. Pit, resonance compass, shit. Torment's bane, choose conduit. Anchors the mind. Hold on. What is the symbol for mind? Hypnosis would be powerful. Okay, so it's not that. Oh, deception. Deception. Really? To distort and deceive. Okay. That's the truth conduit. What else? Torment's Bane, I know what it is, but I don't have it yet. Witherins and Zephyrum, I know, but I don't have them. And honestly, I just don't feel like identifying. This is the more powerful one, which I think is the abrasive meter, but solid meter, most powerful. Oh, okay. Then this is the peaceful. Is that what it was? Solemn meter. Which means this one is the other one that I have. Restful. Okay, so this is the abrasive. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Most of them are named. Day 12. The writer's partner was less fortunate. They found his frozen body a week later. This guy. I am marked by Jupiter. Jupiter. Oh, the house. The house. Jupiter. No. This one. Yeah. Okay. Great. Oh, who is that? Noctic. Serpent. I think this is Corchin's something. Or it's called like a Corchena or something. I don't think I have that page. Okay. Okay, what is this? The castle vaults are blocked by a tyrannic seal. It can be opened by any object. The vaults made from silver or gold that produces a tyrannic field. Okay. Tyrannic. This one, big circle up top. Is that right? Yeah, okay. So anything that creates a tyrannic field and an object, any object made from silver or gold. Silver and gold. Not the same. Silver. I have an object made of stone. What is a sleep vessel made of? Bronze and iron. Okay, no. Sea is also made of bronze. Object made of silver or gold. Moonstone Guardian's made of gold. Do you no, you would produce a selenic field, right? Oh no, that'll do. Okay, vault. Nice. ship square is a simple tool, loosely based on the driver's disc. Yeah, okay. I'll deal with that when I get more clues. 20, I think. Following me to carry a secret that people would kill for. That people have killed for. It's getting harder to bear. Be safer in an ecumenical. I think that's what it is. Yay! Shadow anchor. Mines are known to be lost. Okay. Oh, this box doesn't really want to fit anywhere. Okay, that's fine. What did I just get? I got a page for something. Shadow anchor. Shadow anchor. That's what this is. I know it's called an anchor. I just couldn't remember what it was anchoring. Oh, hello, Mr. Postman. Oh no! Deceased. Uh-oh. Dang. Couldn't save her. North of town, the little stream up the woods, on a hilltop of ancient significance. Okay. Edge of town. North of town, if you follow the little stream up through the woods, you'll come to a hillside. Hillside? The Barrows. Okay. Then I take a spirit vault. Yeah, okay. Yay. Okay, now I can go to the catacombs and recover this guy. Now that the spirit... Wait, does it change? Are you different? Now you smell stinky and it vibrates. That's fun. Fun detail. The sun's light will reveal my gift. Well, 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 aren't I a lucky one? The sunbun banishes the darkness, half blinding my gloom-adjusted eyes. One of the shields in particular. Oh, this guy. Oh, I have done that before. I don't remember what that guy is. Hey, man. Transferring the secret to an ecumenical only adds an extra step. It's safer than walking around with it in my head, but I would know where to find it. What I really need is a truth conduit to deceive them into thinking I know nothing at all. Okay. This guy? No. Truth conduit. Truth conduit. Who is that? Oh yeah, this guy. Yay. Oh, abrasive ether. I think I called it the aggressive ether. Oh no, I did. Called it the abrasive ether. That's cool. Got you. Hello, Miss Bennett. I've never felt more tired or devoid of life. An apathy has settled in my bones. I do not seem to be able to shift. While I still have breath in my lungs, I will not succumb without. By the grace of Grace, I'll find a way forward. Grace, grace. Grace, grace. What does grace, grace do? To dispel melancholy. Is this what you wanted? Yeah. Okay, yeah. I thought she was cursed. I guess she was just sad. Hey Baron, I've had a tip-off about something exciting. Have you come across the so-called nameless gods? Do you remember enough to breeze by? Sometimes, like there are a lot of them that I just like remember struggling to figure out. But then there are some that I'm like, I struggled to figure this out for a long time, and I don't remember. But like, ratio-wise, I remember a lot more than I thought. Right, so he disappeared last time because I gave him a pit. And then he was never able to leave. So we're gonna see what happens when he gets cursed instead. Yeah. This is a, like, it's like Karam's candle or something. It's like a fake candle. I remember this one. Because it has the symbol for fire above the symbol for wax. So it's a type of candle. It'll jog my memory enough that I'll find it. I want to solve this guy. 3 resonant objects. Lightest first, heaviest last. I can't imagine what would go in the middle is the thing. 'Cause I have many objects that are resonant. But the heaviest one would probably be, if not, like I think lead art is one of the heaviest, if not the heaviest. Fortunance is a little lighter. Yeah, I don't know. Are you resonant? Don't know. I'll figure it out eventually. I'm buried with the Knight of Thorns. Day 14. I am buried with the Knight of nice and cozy in here. The Knight of Thorns. Who's thorny in here? Don't know. Oops. I wanted to look for a different thing. Wait. Yay. I think the Knight of Thorns is in here. With the shimmer. Shimmer, 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 shimmer. Yeah! 1356. Which one of you says 1356? That one. Oh yeah. I remember this guy. This guy's way late game. I don't know who that is. Hello, Thomas Pope. I've noticed that some people claim not to fear death. They say that dying scares them, but not death itself. Not me. Not the great Thomas Pope. Give me pain, give me fear. If I can feel, then I know I'm alive. Going back to the nothingness. I'm going to do my best to live forever, starting today with Elohim. This guy. No! Oh, dang. Elohim is the mark of Jupiter. Fire palm. Hand of Jupiter, fire palm. But this one's made of tin. Oh, Jupiter! Duh! This one. I found it. I think this is the cassette. Found it. Is that Selenic? I don't recall. Triangle. Little circle up top, big circle up bottom. Yeah, it is. Okay. I think this is that thing I just got. A Cassander. Mind. Made of stone. I don't remember if this is the Cassander. I thought so, but I think I also thought so last time and got it wrong. Whatever, we'll see. What am I looking for? I don't remember who this is then. There's been an unexpected death in the family. I'd like to give him a heart chamber. I know that guy. I remember that one took me forever. Break it charm is this one. Because it looks like the triple goddess. Yeah. Okay. Hello. Did you ever work out what that big bishop square thingy was. Occurred to me it might be related. Oh wait, I forgot. Okay, I'll solve this. Blessings in spring, rising in autumn. Okay, so I have to look up what the symbol for, not you, symbol for blessings is. Blessing. Blessings in autumn. Okay. So then I go here. I put blessings in autumn, rising in spring. This one. Was that not it? That was not it. Oh, blessings in spring, rising in autumn. I just had it backward. Blessing in spring, rising in autumn. This is Tormund's Bane. Tormund. I remember that guy. Okay, and then on the map, there's actually another one here. Mars in winter, rising in summer. Mars in winter, rising in summer. So it's a kitchen, right? Yeah. 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 Okay. This guy's also late game, and I don't remember. Hey, Thaddeus. Witherins. I already used a Witherins before. I didn't think so. Oh no, it's right here. Oops. Oh, it's called a folium. Oh, that's funny. No, we don't have a chatter named Thaddeus presently. Jacob Priestley. Ether. Severed Mind is the solemn ether, I think. Yeah, okay. This one. Great. Wixic Cord. Oh, I know that guy. Where's that guy? You're called a Wixic Cord. Hey, Dr. Robertson. I've discovered something via the atomic needle. The woman who tried to swim across the lake was compelled to do so by some invisible force. She was looking for something, and whatever it is, it's right here in under me. That's not all. I decided to experiment with the Umbra. When I was under its spell, I heard whispers. Something was calling to me, and it left me feeling terribly afraid. This must be what's keeping my patients in their trance-like state. I've never used a Gaudian siren, but it occurred to me that I might be able to use it to drown out the whisper. Okay, I don't have a choice. Alright, that's fine. I think I just fractured a toe. Oh no! Oh, jeez. Oh, Goom, I'm so sorry to hear that. Carrick's. It's Carrick's candle. remember solving this one. I remember getting stumped on it for a long time. Where the axe meets the tree is so confusing to me. So what do you mean? Oh no, that was what I did. Okay, great. This is the storm guy. Sephirum. I'm glad you can still joke about it. Getting more concerned about my mother. The poorly dude drowned frightened me, but she'll turn up. I've had another breakthrough. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Okay. Stone of the earth. Okay, what the hell? What the hell do I do with this? These guys. A stone for... Oh, stretch break, yay. It's either Mentic or Wixic for the individual. Diurnic or Noctic. A stone of death. Diurnal or Noctic. Vivianite. Do I have Vivianite somewhere? I should. Vivianite. This one. So, I could use the Grim there. Celestial. Selenic or Dradic? Well, it has to be Dradic, so Jade, I think, will work. Stone of the earth. Dradic. This is earth. That'll do. Apple juice. Yeah, for sure. Puts a spell on you that makes you continue drinking apple juice. But it also turns all the liquids in your life into apple juice, so it's like free apple juice forever. Mentic or Wixic for dark purposes. Mentic or Wixic for dark purposes. Bloodstone. Whoa, yeah, it's pretty sick. Irksome. 3 resonant objects. I just want that to be a specific thing. What am I supposed to do with this? 3 resonant objects. I don't want to have to weigh them all. Wow, Shadow Anchor actually weighs a lot. Can't beat the Eva can, which is exactly 1 pound. Moonstone is almost the same weight. That's interesting, I think. Okay. But I think lead art or moonstone will work. And then everything should be heavier than this. I guess I didn't check these guys, but this should be the lightest thing. Yeah. So then what do we do in the middle? I don't want to test everything. But it just says 3 resonant objects. Hold on. Moonstone Guardian is what? Different. I guess it could. I don't. Okay. Resonant is probably a keyword. Resonance compass. I see. I'm supposed to use the compass. Okay. So this is not one of them. This is also not one of them. Okay. 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 No. 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 Why did I do that? What is a resonant object here? I guess there are only 3 objects that are resonant. 'Cause otherwise this wouldn't work. This one. This is one. This one. This one. Saphira. Whoops. God damn. Do I have a favorite antique? That's a good question. Let's see. I like the thermic needle because you have to hold it up to a candle to help identify it. I think that's interesting. The vestiger is the same because it turns candles blue. I like the ethereal key because you have to like grab it and like rotate it to reveal the key portion. with earth, the sun, and death. So combining what I know from the symbology book, that gold is the element of the sun, and then clay represents the earth, and bones represent death. It's like fun, right? It's a fun synthesis. I think the Cetrix Thunder is like an interesting idea of like lightning in a box, and then these gemstones to contain it so that it doesn't like lose its charge. I like that the Spirit Vault I like the ones that change characteristics. Like this one gets warm when it's raining, and this one gets smelly and starts vibrating when it's occupied. Those are both very cool. A lot of these are like pretty lackluster in comparison. Like Voice of Keranos was like really annoying to identify because if you don't know what a torque is, then you see a picture of a guy and he's holding and or wearing like 6 things, and you have to just be like, do I have one of those? Do I have one of those? Do I have one of those? And it's like the Eye of Keranos and the Binding Seed are like the same guy. So it's really difficult at first to know what you're looking for, basically. It's a stone wrapped in wood. So I feel like some of the design overlap is like not clear, and a lot of times the clues are like just under what I wish I received. If that makes sense. I would love to just like have a little bit more information. But they won't give it to me because they're mean. And then they're like, oh, you silly bugger, you've used a clue. And I'm like, well, yeah. But other than that, it's like, you know, fine. Okay, so I've done that, which means I solved all of those guys. Thank you for the meter. I've seen into the yawning deep. I have seen beauty beyond the comprehending mind. The price is steep, but I pay it gladly. My shadow anchor broke it. I must replace. Oh, like this one. The description is so annoying. These were once worn by the necromancers of the Five Knolls, who used them in their rituals of resurrection. Their power became bound to them such that if they were to remove them even after death, the Nephrogran would crumble to dust. Today their power is much diminished, but they can be used to draw out infection. However, they will cause praxis if held against bare skin for long periods, which is like useful information in the universe. But I have no concept of what kind of object this is. I only know that it's something that's worn, so it could be a ring, it could be a pendant, it could be a torque, or like a headpiece, but we don't have headpieces, so I assume it's this, because the dark green gemstone is... oh, Stone of Sight. Oh, then it's definitely not that. What the hell? Oh, it's this one. Because it's the ring and not the hand that's important here. I remember that and being very annoyed to figure that out. They were like, well, we gave you a hint with the image that depicted the scarring that's caused by Praxis, and you're just supposed to be able to see that it's the same, like, scarring. But since I'm trying to identify an object, I'm trying to look for clues about the object, not evidence of the effect that it leaves. You know? It's just, come on. So some of them are a little less fun. A letter for me. Oh yeah, Ossuary of the Damned. Yes, okay. Ossuary of the Damned. Carrick's Candle. Basically, I think the game did a really cool thing in giving me other reference material, and then was like, these objects may or may not use some variation of that information. Like this, I know is a fort, and it's only because it has the symbol for strength on it. Which is like really cool. It is so cool to be able to be like, oh, I read this in my texts, and now I know what this is. It's also the reason I liked identifying the pit. I think the stuff with the thaumic fields is okay, but it's really annoying because I can't hold those diagrams in my head, so I never remember which one's which. So I have to go, okay, which one is that? Okay, it's the one with the square and then the circles at the top. Okay, and then I have to go here and draw it and find out what it looks like, and then go and scan the object and be like, is this the same? Like, I know they were excited about all these different rune structures, and I think this thing is like really fun, but I can't retain it. I don't know what they want. So it would have been helpful maybe as like an accessibility mode if they had been like, you put the object and then it tells you what the field it creates is, and then you flip the switch and then they go and they'll like show you what field this thing represents. You know, that would have been more helpful to me, but that's fine. And then this thing, I worked so hard to get it, and it's like, you can phase through walls. And that's like it, I think. Oh, hey man. They have a lot of really interesting guys. Everything went dark after reading the inscription on the tall stone, but somehow I knew if I made it to strange antiquities I would be okay. Through the darkness, I received a message from the Nameless Ones. They seek an item called the Nalian Casket. If we give it to them, they promise to free those it has infected. I don't think we have a choice. If they have the casket, they will not allow it to be opened. All they desire, all they value is power, and releasing and opening the casket will release all of its contained power. That's fun, because that's the thing that the lady said when I gave her the spirit eye. Yeah. I just, like, obviously this game is a collection of like hundreds of iterations of potential things that got whittled down until they were things that playtesters could figure out within a reasonable amount of time. I think the hints fill in any of the gaps for me, but like there are some that are a lot more frustrating because the way to solve them is not obvious. It's not consult the texts and synthesize information about the symbology. It's like, look at the diagram in the text for the impact that this item had on skin. And I'm like, you know, how could I have known to look for that? I've never had to do that before or since. Just a rough sense of intuitiveness. Yeah, for sure. The time has come to decide, Thaumaturge. The casket wants to be opened. The casket will be opened. Okay. Calm this clamoring rage inside my head. So abrasive ether, I think, erases her memory. Yeah. Purge unwanted memories. And then the Zephyrum is like weather-powered rage storm magic. Obviously she's possessed. But I think I gave her the abrasive ether last time, so let's just see what happens. Thumbs up. Day 15. Oh my god, the yarn one. This one was the crypt. I remember marinating on this one for so long. And it turned out it was just the crypt. You just go like this. Marinate. This one is so disappointing because it's got the symbol for earth that's made from clay, and it's like a ritual object used in earth rituals, and that's like all you get to know about it. I don't have its page, so I can't tell you what it is, but it's something like that, and I'm just like, why was that in here? When does that become useful or relevant? Someone dear to me has fallen ill. I would like a Neverquent. Oh, okay. Or like that, and I'm like, could you have given me like a clue? One clue, please, about what it is you want. Please do pay us a visit. We have some items we're confident will be of interest to you. Oh, thanks. Twinings. Hey, man. Oh, yeah. Also very late game. I don't remember. Oh, yeah. And then I get harassed by someone. Paralysis. Spell of paralysis. Just like a thing that happens to me, no big deal. Okay. Time to once again go through my book. I know what that is. 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 I think. I know what that is. This. The grist is heated slowly over a flame. Right, because it's got soot at the bottom. This is the thing. Okay, I do know that guy. Okay. What else? A pit. A shin. I have not received a shin yet. I don't know why I have that page. Great. Please give me more pages. Cassander. I think is this guy. No, it's not. Seeing. He wants to see the future. This one? Yeah, okay. I know the weaving edge. I don't have it yet. Man, who the hell are you then? purifier. Lavinia. And ceremonies. A gris. I just identified a gris, actually. Here you go. Lumina, moon pool, heart of tranquility. Lunima, moon pool. The power of the elements. Oh, does this create a sense of unease? Yeah, okay. Lunima. And I know that because it has the symbols for the elements. Earth, fire, air, water. Okay. Leopold. There's been a basilisk sighting. I've come to prepare my sword. Well, then you need a folium. But, like, the only clue is that there are these, like, scrapings here. Where you would draw your blade across the palm. And then in the book, it has nothing about that. A blade is drawn across the face of a folium 6 times during the ritual of the Hand of Prayer. And that's like it. That's all you get. Jura huntsmen and those wanting to prove themselves perform this ritual before seeking out the basilisk. And it's just about the knife going into basilisk armor. Like, how am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know that? Come on. Hello, Doctor. Right. And then they escaped, which is fun. Oh, that's the end of the day. Oh, okay. Oh, right. Day 17. Okay, so I have to look at the clock. What I'm looking for is this one. Yeah, this one, which is waxing. This one. And I get this guy, which is that thing in here. Waving edge. Hello, Thaddeus once again. The Witherins was a terrible idea. I've only gotten it made things worse. I wish Eli was back. He'd know what to do. I need to keep them out of the museum. Okay, Linima. I did not do that last time, but we'll try the Lunima this time. Light up Corchin. Noctic items have no connection to the leaf. I'm busy in art. Oh, that's this one. The light of Corchin. I think. Alright, Thaddeus. Good luck. Library across the street. Library 26 across the street. Right, I need to translate. Is the Bibelia the only thing that can translate? Yes, got it. This one. I got some. Oh, it's called a water shadow. Okay, what else? Bloodback. I was once thought that these objects could be used to commune with the dead. Strange voices. Is that this one? Yeah, okay. And then there was another page. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Oh. Maybe not. Maybe it was an illustration. Hello. Brigade Charm. Brigade. This one. Argyle. That's this guy. Hey Eli, what's up? Everyone knows about it. Pillar of Calaris. Calaris. Okay. Okay. You got it, man. I've had my energy drained by some disturbing evil power. For days now I felt tired and frail, and then today I found something that horrified me. Beneath my bed I discovered a carved wooden effigy with a strange symbol painted upon it. All I want for now is to lift this feeling of weakness. There you go. Have the opposite, guy. I would like a blood back. The names of the ones are restless. I'm ready to hear their voices. I think that's right. Yay. Need me one of those. exude an imposing aura. Sure. Right. Oh no, the Lunima shattered in his hand. No. Oh shoot. I killed him. I killed Thaddeus. Guys, this is a less good run, if you can believe that. Library. Okay. This is the one where you go to the library. And then you go on the second floor. This one. This is a Shin. Takes a whole game to get to the Shin, even though you have the page for it forever in advance. Alright. Eli, sorry about your brother. Good news is they didn't find what they were looking for. The lake has turned black. Biblioteca. Fear in autumn, rising in winter. Okay. Fear. Fear in autumn. Also, I just wish we could use this guy more. I love this guy. Fear in winter. Fear in autumn. Rising in winter. I love that guy. We don't get to use him enough. Hey Barton. There's an ancient shrine to the nameless gods at the skull of Blenkatra. Oh, that's where I'm supposed to do that. I see. We must take the casket there. That's interesting. Hey Eli, what do I do about that? Hey Eli, what if I don't? I can see things that you are blind to, and besides I don't want to miss out on all the fun. Whoa! Wait, did he give me instant? It's Santa Claus and they're coming your way, this winter. Wait, didn't he say he left me instructions for... Oh, in a drawer. Right, this one. Okay, witch's finger. Anchor. Shadow anchor. And this one. Ads. Okay, I found it. So, what the fuck happens if I do this? is gonna kill me for this. Daedalus. Where's my Daedalus link? Activate the levitation field around us. We float slowly across the chasm. Ah! Putting me in jail is not the same as protecting me, I don't think. Okay. Fire. Trying to work out where the heat is coming from. Perhaps there's a way through. Protection from fire, protection from fire, protection from fire. I think the Kyrene Ward would do it. Yes, okay. This is fun. This is fun. Okay. On the other side of the fire-filled tunnel. Vast cavern, stalagmites, unnaturally warm. Dark pool at the center. Blencathra's basin. Let's make the offering and go. Do not open it. Don't open it. They're not coming. We're gonna have to call the nameless ones. I hope you know how, because I'm afraid I have no idea. To call the nameless ones. There's a ritual for that. This is so cool. This is possibly the coolest ending. Okay, I just need to grab something that will get me there. Who else mentions the nameless gods? The Bloodbeck. The voices. To commune with the dead. No. That's not what I want. Oops. How do I summon them? I think it's the weaving edge. No. To enter the Red Knight. What do I do with that? Oh, shoot. Okay. Slowly. One at a time. Communing with them via the broken path. Okay. This is not initiation. I need communication. So, Chris. Where's my Chris? There he is. My Chris. Hell yeah! Okay. Almost immediately we feel a shuddering vibration accompanied by a booming noise that sounds like giant footsteps. Small stones and larger rocks shake loose from above, and to our right a single centuries-old stalactite comes crashing down from the ceiling and smashes against the hard rock. I watch in stunned horror as the pool in front of us begins to ripple and swirl, and a huge hand emerges from within, its palm held upwards, fingers curling towards the stalactites dripping down from the roof of the cavern. I throw the black casket towards the outstretched hand, and it closes around it into a fist before slowly retreating back below the surface of the pool. The offering has been accepted. A pact has been made. The cavern continues to shudder. A handful of smaller stones clatter around us, and we don't wait around to see if another stalactite is going to come down. But the danger seems to be open, and the vibrations become softer and more distant. I feel strangely elated, shivering with excitement as we leave the warm cavern. Did we win? Our patients have now made a full recovery. They remember nothing. Verona came by to thank me personally. She reassured me that the nameless gods would never even consider opening the dark casket. They have no interest in using his dark power against us. Okay. So the only one who died was Eli's brother and the cult lady, I think. Bonnie went missing. So we can do catnapping. Dang. I wonder if we can save the cult leader. Thaddeus. Okay, I think we can save those two. I know what decisions govern their stories. I don't know what to do about the cult leader lady. But everyone else is alive. This is like one of the best endings, I think. That one was cool. That was a cool one. I think I like that ending the most. Oh, but then I have to go back and do the game over again. Because they're not gonna tell me on which days I made those really important decisions. Man, I mean, I could do it over, but I want to know how many endings there are. I want to know what it takes to get to those endings. Grr. 91%. Yippee. 2 more achievements, but they're hidden, and I'm pretty sure they're the other endings. Ah. Man, okay. Well, that's fun. This is a fun game. I've been enjoying going through and just kind of sniffing around everywhere. I wish I could keep this, all of this data, and go back to it. I think I've already gotten the achievement to identify everything, right? Yeah, all of the items. Okay, so I don't need to do this anymore. Morgan's insanity. Okay. Not a shadow anchor. It's this one. I said I didn't need to do it. And that's true. Do I want to play this a third time and save Bonnie and James? No, Thaddeus. I don't want Thaddeus dead. And I do wonder if there's a way to do without him dying. At the very least, I could save them both by doing the underground cavern. But I already did that ending. Thank you, Basil. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm happy to leave the game there. So we've got like an hour and a half-ish. What shall we do? Let's see. Wow. Wait, didn't you just have 26 seed time? I'm not gonna complain about the seed time. Yay, seed time! Hooray! I didn't have a plan besides finishing that. I do technically have our homework to be doing on this Figure It Out Friday, the Friday day where we figure everything out. Hang on, chat. Let me set up some stuff. Okay. Oh wow. Yeah, so I don't think I'm allowed to stream this browser window because this is like paywalled content. But what I wanted to do was grab some some like reference images that other people have pulled and do the exercise. Except I don't actually understand what they're doing in here. Oh, use a 1 to 5 scale to rate how well each image applies each of the 5 depth tricks. 1 to 5 scale. What the? Okay. You know what I will do? I wonder if this is interesting. I joined a community on Tumblr for the first time ever. This one is called Sidewalk Posting, which I think is really fun. I don't know if I'll be able to do the assignment well with this, because it's not like intentional photography or like drawing. Okay, there are some interesting images. Oh, that's fun. That's really fun that people were like, oh my god, you did it again. Love that. Love that. Okay, I'm gonna grab some images. That would be funny. Get him to say that again and be like, you fool. You fools, I got you again. You feel so silly now, don't you? So basically, I might as well explain while I'm doing this. I'm trying to get better at perspective, which is why I was doing those optical illusion. Well, just the one, really, but that's why I was doing that for like ever. This follow-up assignment is about observing like the different types of techniques that are used for conveying perspective. Things being in front of each other, things being larger if they're closer and smaller if they're farther away, or the lines all headed towards a shared vanishing point. Stuff like that. Oh, thank you. I have no idea if any of these are gonna work well. I'm just kind of interested to see if I can learn to recognize it in just like regular photography. Because a lot of these are like difficult to sort out what I'm looking at, which is interesting, but not great for studying, you know? But then some of them, I'm just like, wow, that feels so nice. I want to look at them a little bit longer and figure out why they look so nice. that's a good number of guys to look at. Whoa! How does that happen? How do I help? I would love to, but how do I get out of here? Did that help? Did that do it? Oh, perfect. Yeah. Helped. Okay. I think that's fine. I'm gonna take us somewhere. Oh, there we go. Okay. Over here. Oh my god. Danny Phantom. Danny Goomton. Yeah, that's what I said, and I'm sticking to it. Okay. I don't know who this is, but somebody posted a photo of this person online. Hopefully this is okay. Okay, so I guess I should get out of strange antiquities. Andrew Garfield. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, so I want to identify how well each image uses each of the 5 depth techniques: diminution, convergence, foreshortening, overlap, atmosphere. It says look at old comic strips. Maybe I should have done comics, but we're here now, so we're just gonna do our best with what we have. It's not far enough, I don't think, to do a very convincing sense of atmospheric diffusion. There's a tiny bit of overlap between the dog and the fence and the fence and the house. The man and the fence and the dog and the fence and the fence and the fence and the house. Convergence. I don't get a strong sense that the lines are leading. Maybe the, like, shingles on the side of that. What is that called? The siding. They're mostly parallel. The wall guys. And the dog and the fence and the fence and the fence and the fence and the house and the house and the windows. Yeah, I see. That's a fun little jig. I think if you pulled this image out even wider, you would get a really strong sense of perspective. It's mostly this, like, line here where you get that divergence of angles where it goes. These lines that go, hello, that go this way, and then these lines that go this way. They're not the most strong, but they're interesting. Whoops. There's like a slight amount of convergence. What was it? Diminution convergence. Foreshortening. Do we think this image is intentionally foreshortened? I mean, the dogs are definitely foreshortened. This dog looks wild. The cylinder is foreshortened. Okay, overlap atmosphere. Okay, we've looked at everything. It's mostly overlap. Mostly overlap. So I guess we rate that 5 out of 5. Why am I doing that with my mouse when I have a pen tablet? So overlap. Convergence. Maybe. It's just not that strong, but it's there. It's like a 2 out of 5, maybe. And then foreshortening. There's some. I mean, technically, this is also foreshortened, but it's hard to tell because we don't get the full shape. I think it's stronger than the convergence, though. Atmosphere. I don't think so. It's not far enough. I'm gonna say 0. And then overlap. Diminution. Let's see. Do things get smaller? I think technically these fence posts are thinner than these ones, but it's like they're definitely thinner than this one, but it's hard to tell why. Diminution is like if there were a mushroom here and there was the same size mushroom in the distance, it would be like, it would just look smaller. That's all. But I don't think you can look at this image and be like, oh yeah, things are definitely smaller back there than here. So I'm gonna say 0 also, because I can't see it. Okay. Whereas for this one, I feel like diminution is a much stronger this building? Oh, everything past convergence. Oh, I see. This one, okay. Like, this one is definitely... This building is so small compared to this one. So diminution, hell yeah. And then convergence. The idea that the lines converge like that and like that. Yeah, okay. Convergence. I'm gonna say is quite strong. Atmosphere. I actually think atmosphere is also pretty okay. The colors are dim because of the time of day, but this, like this red, is way stronger than this one. It's hard to see, but that's because of the colors. It is there. If I wanted to recreate this, that would be a really easy point of reference. I don't... Yeah. I'm trying to see, does anything look foreshortened? I mean, technically, right? This should be a box. But the other two planes would be like back there somewhere. Okay, I'm gonna say foreshortening, yeah. But it's not like the primary focus either. So I'm gonna say 3 out of 5. Because it's there, but the convergence is a lot more convincing. Or like it's doing a lot more of the work. What am I missing? Oh, overlap. Well, yeah, this gigantic ass tree is in the way. And this tree is in the way of this guy. But, and they kind of overlap each other. I don't know, I feel like overlap is pretty weak. I'm gonna say overlap is present, but not very strong. So maybe like a 1 out of 5. It's mostly just this one tree doing a lot of work. I'd say this one is convergence. Dependent. Whereas this one is overlap dependent. Hell yeah. Get its ass. Okay. This one I thought was like a really interesting image. It's hard to look at it closely because it's so vertical. But obviously there's overlap going on here. This overlaps this. This overlaps the street. The pole overlaps the building. So there's a lot of overlap going on. This windowsill overlaps this truck, which overlaps the street. So I'm gonna say overlap is bang on in this image. Convergence. Convergence is also super strong. nice and strong. Atmospheric diffusion. Not really. Again, I don't think it's like. I don't think it's far enough. I'm gonna say 0. Diminution. Well, it's hard because this car doesn't have like an equivalent, but like you definitely get a sense of scale. Like this is really far away and smaller, and this one is closer and bigger. I wouldn't call it diminution, I would call it scale. But I mean, is that tree? I wish there was like a direct comparison somewhere. It's implied if a human is this big and a human has to be able to sit inside of a car, then their torso has to be, their head and torso is about this big here and about this big there. And I don't know. You could probably measure it out, but I don't think it's the focus of this image. I'm gonna give it a 2. I don't think I had my mind open enough coming to overlap. I know things overlap, but I should look at images with that in mind more to see the order, because that's where I mess up. Yeah, it's like interesting to think about like the ground as a thing that you're drawing in and then overlapping it with a car or the pole or whatever. Foreshortening. I mean, yeah, this rectangular prism. I mean, we can see most of it, but this car is definitely foreshortened. This truck should be like a rectangle here, but we're mostly seeing this front face. What else? This one we're mostly only seeing the top face, which is fun. You don't really think about foreshortening that way, but it's like completely flattened. Yeah, there's some, but it's not very strong. 2 out of 5. Not bad. I just really like this one. So obviously, lines converging. I was gonna say obviously, but I know it to be true, but it's hard to spot this one and this one. What else? This one. And this one. actually. I don't find any of those once I trace them to be very convincing converging lines. The angles on this one are really odd because there's like a ramp here and a ramp here. And then there's like a pillar here where it's like unclear where the ground plane is for this building. Okay. I think I could do this line here from the street, and this line here from the patio thing. There's a really strong sense of that line going that way. And then I don't know. I'm just not seeing as much convergence as I thought. 2 out of 10. Diminution. I think it's pretty strong. There's this light here and this poster here, and they may not be the same size, but they're definitely giving a sense of depth. 3 out of 5 for shortening. I don't see a lot of it. I mean, obviously the building is some sort of rectangle like this and like that. I assume it's actually so dark I can't tell where the rest of this building is, but it's something like that. I don't know, actually. I don't know. I think it does have to be for shortening and convergence heavy. I don't know why I can't find these lines. What am I doing in here that I can't see it? That I can see it, but I can't identify it. Where do the lines converge? I do like this line. But I also feel like this is on a different plane than this. So it's hard to draw a direct comparison. I guess they have to at least be on parallel planes. Like, it may not come all the way out to the street, but this has to be, these have to be parallel. But you can't really see it. Maybe this image is just not good. If I had more light here, then I could see the building. I guess I could do that. And that. Those lines are pretty good. I don't know. This one's a weird one. There's no atmospheric diffusion. There's not like a strong contrast overlap. There's definitely overlap. This in front of this, this in front of that, this in front of this, this in front of that, this in front of that. surprise. This one's also overlap, but like this one has a clear convergence line with these like middle knob things. Look at that. The perspective is so strong, paralleled by the sidewalk and the bench. Wow. Really cool. Five out of 5 for the convergence. What else? Overlap. Obviously, the gate overlaps these things. The tree overlaps the building. Overlap. It's also 5 out of 5. It's very easy to pick out. Atmospheric diffusion. I feel like this is covering enough ground. Oh yeah, you can look at the ground here and here. I think those are supposed to be relatively the same color, but they're pretty different. Let's say atmosphere. I mean, it's in there. 4 out of 5. Diminution. Well, yeah, this guy is huge, and this guy is so small. 5 out of 5. Foreshortening. I mean, technically that car is foreshortened in the background, but he's not really the focus of this image. Does help though. Like, you could say that the tree trunk is foreshortened. All these cylinders that kind of bend up at wacky angles. You could say the bench is foreshortened. Because if it were a rectangle, then obviously you're not seeing it head on, you're seeing it rotated. I don't know, it's not the focus of the image. I'll call it a 2 out of 5. This one is strong in everything else though. And then this one does have a sense of convergence from the street or like sidewalk area. There's overlap here. Everything overlaps everything else. So, overlap. Diminution. I mean, look at the scale of this tree versus this one. Atmosphere. This color versus this color is pretty strongly different. And then this photo allows you to pick that out super easily. It kind of just reads as like one big mass instead of something constructed to be viewed at a different angle or whatever. I'm gonna say nah. I'm gonna say this is not very strong. 1 out of 5. I think typically in social media, especially just like snapping a photo and posting it, the thing you're going to get the most of probably are images that are really strong in overlap. That's like one of the easiest ways to tell that something is farther away if it's like occluded by something else. I think with geometric shapes like rectangles and squares makes it a lot easier to see convergence. But not always. I'm actually still really surprised about this building that I like couldn't pick it out. I don't know what to do with that information though. I genuinely expected this image to be like really good for convergence. And it simply was not. But if I just drew a bunch of boxes on top of each other, approximating this house, I don't think I would get that far. Do you know what I mean? Like, just because I can't pick it out and tell you this is a converging line, this is a converging line, doesn't mean that it's not the thing that makes this image striking in the way that it is. I just am still learning how to identify a converging line. Maybe there's like an abstract, like a draw over style thing where you can like prove how the angles are converging or something. I don't know. And I'm surprised by this one. I really didn't think it was gonna like hit so many things. And I'm wondering if I'm missing some like really obvious bit of foreshortening. Or if it, I don't know. If there were someone standing behind the fence with their like fist holding the bars, I feel like I'd have a much easier time being like, oh yeah, that's foreshortening. But if it's just about a rectangular prism that's slightly rotated away from me, I I don't think I can say that. I don't think that counts. I mean, maybe, but I don't know. Oh, okay. Maybe I look for one or two more. Okay. This one feels like a really obvious one. I'll just plop it down here. That's fine. Okay, so obviously we got some straight lines here. Plop. And then around the horizon line, they swap directions, which is cool. Love that. This is foreshortened. This is so severely rotated that it's almost difficult to tell that it has this. But I don't know if I'm doing the right thing identifying extreme foreshortening like that. Because a lot of things are just like foreshortened in general. This guy's foreshortened. But if I drew him, he could also just look that way. I don't know. And then this line. So convergence, yes. What about overlap? This overlaps that, this overlaps that. This overlaps that one. Yeah, overlap is through the roof. Foreshortening. Yeah. Atmosphere. I don't know. I think the colors are different, but it also strongly depends on age. Well, I mean, there's more contrast here than there is here. Alright, we'll call that a 3 out of 5. Diminution. Yeah, definitely. I mean, these two guys just right next to each other set such a clear, like, tone of what this image is gonna be doing, gonna be getting up to, etc. Okay. I feel like that's enough to say that I've thoroughly engaged with this assignment. To the best of my ability, I've identified these things. So, hopefully that satisfies. And if not, I don't know. I guess I'll find out if I'm woefully underprepared for the next session. shall I send you today? It's just that I am so sleepy that I have to do something. Let's go say hi to Pantufles. Oh. She is BRBing. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you lots. Okay. Since Pan is BRBing, let's go say hi to Zen. I am too sleepy to go meet someone we don't know. Hooray. Okay. Let's do that. Zen's playing Silksong in there, so be warned. There will probably be spoilers. They're not relevant to me because I know Zen's like far enough in that I'm like, I have no idea what's going on in here. But yeah, just be aware. And thank you for being here for my third stream this week, despite what Twitch will tell you because of how many times my stream has gone down and back up. Yeah. Thank you for being here. Y'all are lovely. Be good out there. Eat good food. I'll see you all next week. Thumbs up.